Hello, good afternoon to the distinguished audience. I'm Aldina Fabriani, a magister student in Geography Education from the Faculty of Social Sciences, Padang State University, enrolled in the 2025 cohort. The student number is 24198023. This presentation serves as the fulfillment of a key assignment for the Philosophy of Geography and Educational Foundation course, which is expertly guided by Professor Dr. Dedi Harmon, SPD MP. The specific topic under review today is fundamental to our discipline, the spatial approach in geography. I welcome this opportunity to share my analysis and encourage you to follow along as we explore this essential geographical framework. Unveiling geographical perspective. There are three fundamental approaches used in geography: the spatial approach, the ecological approach, and the regional complex approach. Each approach offers a unique lens through which to understand the Earth's surface and the complex interaction between humans and their environment. Understanding this approach is crucial for comprehending the breadth and depth of geographical inquiry. Today, we focus on the spatial approach. Spatial approach or spatial analysis is a core geographical perspective focused on the location, distribution, and spatial relationship of phenomena on Earth. It uses concepts like location, distance, pattern, and interaction to explain where things are, why they are there, and how they are related to one another in space. Core concept of the spatial approach. Several key concepts underpin the spatial approach. Location. Location can be absolute, defined by coordinates like latitude and longitude, or relative, defined in relation to other place or feature. Understanding location is the foundation for analyzing spatial relationships. Distribution. Distribution can be cluster, disparate, random, or linear. Analyzing distribution pattern help to identify underlying process and relationships. Spatial pattern. Pattern can be regular, irregular, or cluster. Identify and analyzing spatial pattern can reveal insight into the factor influencing the distribution or phenomena. Spatial interaction. Spatial interaction is influenced by factors such as distance, accessibility, and connectivity. Understanding spatial interaction is crucial for analyzing economic, social, and cultural processes. Then, spatial association and region. The spatial approach helps we to delineate and analyze region. Then, example of core concept of the spatial approach. As you can see this picture, this graph illustrating carbon dioxide emission per capita from 1750 to 2024 effectively exemplify two core spatial concepts is region and distribution. The data reveal a clear distribution pattern of emission, showing minimal per capita output globally until the mid-20th century, followed by a drastic and accelerating increase, particularly evident in Asia and Indonesia. This emission pattern itself serves as a human characteristic that help we define and analyze the Asia region, which is unified by collective trend of rapid industrial growth that result in a sharp increase in the distribution of carbon dioxide per capita. Analyzing this distribution pattern help identify underlying process such as fast-paced economic development that differentiated the Asia region and its sub-region like Indonesia from global historical norm. Application of the spatial approach in geography. The spatial approach is applied in various subfields of geography. Urban development. Focus on the growth and structure of city. We can analyze urban growth, land use, transportation, and social segregation. Resource management. We can study the allocation and use natural resources. Economic activity. We can investigate the spatial distribution of economic activity. Population dynamic. We can examine the distribution and movement of people. Social processes. We can analyze the interaction and behavior of societies. Environment pattern. We can explore the spatial distribution of environmental phenomena. Next, example for application the spatial approach in geography. As you can see this map, this dataset is a clear application of the spatial approach, especially utilizing spatial analysis to understand environmental change. The data on bottom 60 kilo-hectare humid primary forest loss and 40% decrease in forest area from 2002 to 2024 is inherently spatial, describing the distribution and location of a critical phenomenon. By analyzing the bar chart detail, annual loss pattern, especially the peak clustering around 2014 and 2015, we can identify specific time period and spatial location where deforestation pressure was highest. This analysis allows them to investigate the underlying processes, such as the rapid, localized expansion of urban areas or industrial zones, and determine the spatial relationship between economic development and forest extent. Ultimately, the spatial approach uses this data to map the change, predict future land use pattern, and inform localized environmental management strategies. Next, this example, the spatial approach in population geography. You can see in this map, the analysis of global population change from 1950 to 2023 serves as a prime application of the spatial approach, focusing heavily on spatial distribution. The choropleth maps clearly demonstrate a fundamental shift in distribution of large populations, moving from a pattern largely confined to four major nations in 1950 toward a more widespread clustering of 100 million nations across the global south and east by 2023. By identifying this shift in distribution, the spatial approach allows we to analyze the spatial relationship between where people live and critical factors like resource consumption and urban planning, enabling development of target, geographically specific strategies to manage the consequences of widespread demographic growth. Then, geographical tools and technique. We can use a variety of tools and technique to analyze spatial data. Number one is maps. Maps are fundamental tools of visualizing and analyzing spatial patterns. We can be used to represent the location, distribution, and spatial relationship of various phenomena. Number two is GIS, Geographic Information System. GIS are computer-based systems for capturing, storing, analyzing, and displaying spatial data. GIS allow to create maps, perform spatial analysis, and model spatial processes. Number three is remote sensing. Remote sensing data can be used to monitor environmental change, map land use, and analyze spatial patterns. Next, statistical analysis. This method can be used to measure spatial autocorrelation, identify clusters, and test hypotheses about spatial relationships, and then file work. Next, example geographical tools and techniques we can use in this map. Maps are fundamental tools for visualization and analyzing spatial patterns, exemplified by this vertebrates global species richness map from the Map of Life projects. This map uses a color code grid system to represent the distribution of spatial richness across the globe, allowing for direct visualization of spatial relationships. Hotspot area, represented by warm colors like reds and orange, clearly indicate high concentration of species, particularly in tropical regions like Southeast Asia, Central Africa, and the Amazon basin. Conversely, cooler colors show areas of lower richness. As a key tool in the spatial approach, this map effectively represents the location and distribution of biodiversity, enabling we, geographers, and conservationists to analyze spatial data, identify critical areas for conservation, and understand the relationship between geographical location and biological phenomena. Then, conclusion. The spatial approach is a fundamental geographical perspective that emphasizes the importance of location, distribution, pattern, and spatial interaction in understanding the relationship between people, place, and their environment. Using tools like GIS and remote sensing enables we to analyze data, identify patterns, and solve complex problems across fields such as urban planning, public health, and environmental management. Despite its limitation, the spatial approach remains a valuable tool for addressing global challenges. This is my presentation about the spatial approach in geography. Thank you.